Oh, welcome back, my gardening friends. Apologise about the voice. Obviously a little bit run down at the moment. And when you get run down, you get things. I never get a cold. But I never get a wife that's as poorly as she is. So you'll have to excuse that. A lot of the stuff out the grow room has now been moved on. Giant carrots are still here. And the giant parsnips. And I've started to sow some beetroot in there. I like to sow my beetroot in cells and then plant them out, giving them enough space on my allotment. And I've also started some lettuce at home. I find it better to sow the lettuce in pots, and then when they're big enough, pop them on and then get them off up to the allotment. And there's also some brassicas in there as well. And there you can see some leafy, spicy lettuce. And I noticed there's a few brassicas. So that's 4 days and they've already germinated. And there's my tomatoes that we sliced up at the end of last season. I'll be doing a separate video on that. Well, we're back up the allotment now. And shortly we'll be doing the Raffle Flutter draw for the Dynomyco Mycorrrhzal Inoculants. And there's some 20-gram packets there that'll do a little bit for yourselves. 2 lucky winners of the raffle. And if you emailed me as instructed, your name will be there below. Some of the names are changed so that they disguise who they are. That just covers me if I've written them down wrong. Rightio, let's go and have a little look at the allotment. I'll get those cut up and we'll get the flutter draw done. I'll have a quick look at plot 1, my wife's plot. My wife's now been in hospital for 18 days with the bilateral pulmonary embolism, blood clots on the lungs. She had that 10 years ago with the scarring of her lungs. She's really struggling to get off the oxygen before we can actually deal with the other issues she's got. Just got a seed head there. I'm going to pull that out today. And I've sowed some carrots on plot 1 in the loft water tank that's got the wicks in that go into this barrel below. And we all know what carrots look like, so we can always quite easily pull out these weeds before they get too big and damage any other carrot roots that may be there. And there's no other change on this allotment other than how well these tulips have come out. Again, I'll take a photo to show Mrs. K so that she doesn't miss them. But they are beautiful. It's a shame to dig them up at the end of the season, but there'll be plenty of bulbs to share with everyone else if I decide to make the changes. These strawberries don't do so well here, but they grow great in wood chips. I've managed to finish most of the plot off with some wood chips there. They're conifer, but bar gone, they do smell nice. When you haven't got a cold, that is. When you walk across them. The Volunteer Autumn Gold Yellow Raspberry, the one that's come up alongside my manure bin, is growing well. It's even started to get the flowers on. Originally it was just there, so you can see how far those runners do travel. So we're on plot 3 and the fruit cage. Some nice flowers developing on the blueberries that are now in pots. Just got to remember to water them. But somebody did mention that my voice normally sounds like somebody off Harry Potter. Well, I think it sounds a bit different now, so perhaps there's another character from Harry Potter that I sound like. This is my Jerusalem artichoke permanent bed, and I've done a catch crop of some radishes. I do nice big labels so that I haven't got to keep reading. And I've successfully sown some more spring onions. And again, we know what radishes look like, so we've just got to make sure that we keep on top of the weed. And even these young docks get a lot of issues because I use horse manure. I find it quite therapeutic some of the time, not at the moment. And the asparagus keeps giving. Like the sprouting broccoli. It's about the third cut in now, but if you cut it in the right place, somewhere around there, then all these other ones will come through. Surprising what you can get from them, as long as the pigeons don't get at them. Some of it's going to seed now because can't keep up. The red onions from sets, I don't mind doing them from sets if they're good to seed. I don't mind, because there's still a good portion of the onion you can still use. And I must start and tie these in now before they start falling over. The alpine strawberries are growing slowly but nicely. These are my permanent long bean beds, and we just cut the stems off. Now allegedly they will come back. If they don't, they don't. Just an interesting experiment. And my first successional sowing of carrots on the loft water tanks that are on plot 3. Some of these are new seed, some are old seed, but we'll always get plenty of carrots, and that's why I leave my beds open, so that we can let the weed seeds germinate that are near the surface, because we do tend to tickle them, don't we? And then hopefully, while the seeds germinate, it'll beat any seeds that are weed seeds that are deeper down. And I bought this giant celery from the grow room up here, and the two down there are the ones that we are doing the comparison on. So I shall bring those out now the sun's up and a little bit warmer. And the potatoes that I don't want to grow are growing nicely. We still haven't harvested some of these, but it doesn't matter. Price of potatoes are going up, but I've still got a good stock still in the bags that they were growing in, and now I might even get some new potatoes out of them. Nature always finds a way. And I almost forgot, I've sowed some peas. These were from Nick the gardener. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below. It'll be the @ so you just click on that and it'll take you to his channel. This had green manure, white clover, and I planted some pongos along here from Bill and Val. I'll also leave their link. I did a little bit of an experiment. This is fresh manure, and we put some peas in here, but I put some garlic water on this one to try and disguise the smell of the peas. At the moment I don't see any activity from the mice on either bed, because I've just made sure that they were nice and flat and I'd be able to see. And we've also put a row of pongos here along the front. It's now the 6th of April. So these are the two celery that we looked at, and this one has got the Mycorrrhzal inoculant, and this one hasn't. not a great deal of difference. We'll be having a look later on when we pop them into the ground to see what the root structure looks like, but it does take about 6 to 7 weeks to see any difference. But it's difficult to try and get two plants the same, but this one definitely does look like it could be a winner for me at the Malvern Autumn Show for the heaviest celery. I think it's about 46 kilos. Bar gum. It's going to have to do some growing. Anyway, most important thing, the Raffle Flutter drawer before it gets too windy. As always, my decision will be final. I'll make it up as I go along, but basically the nearest raffle ticket to each of the sachets will be the winner. If there's more than one, we'll try again. If we miss the whole container, we'll try again. We'll see what happens with this wind that may get up shortly. Well, the wind's blowing already. If anybody wants to make any comments about Mrs. K, please do it by just a love heart, and then make gardening comments if you wish. It is all appreciated. Just got to judge the wind direction. I'm not going to put them too high, so if we get too many around, any that fall over the sides, we'll leave, and then we'll try again. Let's see what happens. Just depends whether we get a gust of wind as we let them go. So we'll take this one as a winner for that one. And that is raffle ticket number 19, Sandra. I'll put that somewhere safe. And we'll take this one, that one, and these. And move all the rest, because you're going to get composted. We'll try again. Let's just move them, shake them about a bit. Here we go. It's got to be that one there, and that is raffle ticket number 20, Rachel. So I'll be getting in touch with you guys. Normally I don't bother, but because I've left it so long, because I did this before Mrs. K took sick. Oh dear, Sandra, I've lost your ticket. Well, we've got the proof of that somewhere. Not a problem. But thank you very much for everybody that took part. And in the future, I'll be doing a super soil raffle as well. But I couldn't be asked to do it recently. The links for this are in the description below, and the YouTubers that we've mentioned today. And if you've liked the video, please give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Give me a heart in the comments for Mrs. K, and leave me any other gardening comments. Join in with the comments and give the comments a thumbs up. It all helps with YouTube's analytics. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now. Don't forget to check out the playlists on the end screen.